In 2024, Microsoft is officially switching to new teams. That process is ms-teams.exe. This is an AppX program and is no longer handled or measured or interacted with like classic Teams. As an example, the new Microsoft Teams cache locations are different as well as are the log files. If I type new Teams into 1E's troubleshooting, I have a number of options, including returning the 10 most recent log files created for the active logged in users. When I query this in my environment, I am live querying each machine to get those results back. And the reason why I am doing that, as you can see, there are a number of log files. Long gone are the days of logs.txt. Now there are timestamps, user profiles, and everything else related. For example, this log file right here for MS Teams is the official log file, not the background channel, the updates, or anything else. I can ask a follow-up question, come over here, and I want to look at the log contents. Again, this is going directly to the endpoint, and I'm able to put in the specific file path that I just grabbed in the previous step. Now that I can go query this file, I can go do this for the direct machines. There's a number of different parsings that I can do in the background. And what's nice about this is as it goes out and queries every device in my environment, I get to have the status to see if it is not implemented, no MS Teams installed, no active users, makes perfect sense because we queried everybody originally. And when we look here, we can see that there was no content for that matching file name. Fantastic. We got the results back for that log file almost instantaneously. And because we returned it as a blob style, we can see all the content in here for us to manipulate, search, and go through. For the time being, I'm going to download it as a text. I'm going to go take a look inside of it, and you can utilize your favorite log file viewer. I tend to use almost exclusively Visual Studio Code these days, but it allows me to quickly see all the different values inside of it. Now, Microsoft Teams has not released a guidance on how to read their log files yet, but now you'll have a chance to review them. If you don't want to do this and have parsing through the download, we do have another option for you. We can go back over to our original home screen and we can type in new Teams again. And this time we can pick the scan for the most recent log file as well as get the type back of, let's go with error in this case. We're only going to grab the last 50 lines from each one of the log files. So when we go off and we do this, we actually can query each one of those devices and get those results back. And we can take that information and quickly review what's important, what's not. And once we have confidence that we have all of our devices responding, which we do, 100% of our responses, only 4 of them had a most recent log file, we can go back to our content page. We can click stop because we don't need to gather anything more. We're going to keep those results, and we are going to export all. When we export all here, we go over to our summary page. It's of interest to notice that the time it took to get the contents of the log file back was on average 0.265 seconds. That's less than a millisecond for us to query the machine, received, and 8K of data coming back because there's usually quite a few lines of data. Now, we have this, we can download the file, and then we can open that file as it's a TSV inside of Excel. As you have the data now to be parsed, manipulated, and everything else that needs to occur, you have the opportunity to review quickly and with the regex filters inside of those instructions, the required information.